Hi everyone, and welcome back to the YouTube channel. And in this episode, I want to talk about something really positive, and that is having an abundance mindset. And in this video, I'm going to be covering some steps that you can take to having a more abundance mindset and attitude that you can take into your life, hopefully attracting the right stuff and positivity moving forward. And if you're interested in finding out more about this channel around property investment, scaling, business and mindset, make sure to hit the subscribe button. And of course, it helps a lot with the YouTube algorithm if you can just tap the like button, and we'll get started from there. So the first thing to cover is, what is abundance anyway? Well, you may have heard of abundance mindset versus the scarcity mindset. And abundance is all about growth. It's limitless. It's opportunity. It's positivity. Essentially, there is a limitless abundance of everything out there in the universe. And so you don't believe in the opposite, scarcity, a lack of opportunity, a lack of growth, regression, a limited amount of resources out there. And so you're focusing on your resourcefulness, which is good, but if you can understand that there is an abundance of everything, you're going to be a really powerful force to be reckoned with in this universe. And I want to take you through 7 steps on how you can attract more of that into your life. Okay, number 1, and I want to focus on one of the most powerful ones, is you need to focus on what you want to grow. And by the way, this goes for negativity as well, by the way, because if you focus on something, your brain can't tell that you're focusing on it because you want less of it. You're just focusing on it. And so your brain typically will take up more attention and you will grow that in yourself. So focus on what you want to happen, focus on what you want to grow, focus on your positivity. Don't focus on what you don't have. Don't focus on the things you want to stop. Don't focus on the negativity and what you want to scale back. And just remember, where focus goes, energy flows and results show. So focus on something you want to grow in your life. So number 2 is all about gratitude. So there's so many things that happen during the day. If you think the average day will be filled of hundreds, if not thousands of actions, reactions, promotions, people in your face, social media, and all of these have an impact on your brain, and notice how most of your focus goes on the negative. I'll give some examples of this because I'm on social media quite a lot, and obviously on YouTube right now. There's one video that I've got right now. It's all around buy-to-lets and scaling the buy-to-let portfolio, and it's the biggest one on the channel by far. I don't have a huge channel. We're building up, but it's around 7,000 to 8,000 right now. Hopefully by the time you're watching this, we'll be on over 100,000 easy, right? We're getting loads of subscribers from it. It's got way over 400 likes. And I think it's got something like 9 dislikes, something like that. But more of my energy seems to naturally go, if I just leave it down to myself, to go to those dislikes. It's the same as I run an education business. Now I'm educating hundreds of people. I'm targeting to transform the lives of 400 people this year. I know there's bigger companies out there, but that's what I want to achieve this year. Now, naturally, when you're trying to help that many people, you're going to draw a lot of haters in. You're going to draw these people, go, oh, just another one of these, trying to do this, trying to do that. And it's very easy and simple to take up a lot of your mind space and energy on that. So instead, what I'd implore you to do, and I'm definitely going to take on in my life, is having the attitude of focusing on that gratitude on a daily basis. And simple things of just waking up in the morning, literally writing down 5 things you're grateful for, even if you had your worst day yet. Okay, your worst day so far. Monday last week, we got the announcement of national lockdown, and I woke up the next morning and wrote down 10 things I was really grateful for, because it also aligned with our team vision meeting, where I was talking about the growth of the year and all of the positivity. But if you focus on that, and going back to where your focus goes, energy flows and results show, focus on being grateful for what's there in your life, and I promise you will naturally attract more of that into your life and the lives of those around you. Number 3 is the law of attraction. So I'm not really a fluffy character. If you've been following my channel, you know I'm pretty direct and to the point. And people look at the law of attraction as a bit of a woohoo. Now, if you've read The Secret, I absolutely love The Secret. I do not like the documentary. And there's a reason. The reason why is I don't believe in this whole, I need £5,000, I need £5,000. and then suddenly there's a check in your post for £5,000 tomorrow. What I do believe though is what you focus on and what you look to attract, what you talk about, what you manifest, you tend to think more about, you tend to attract those type of people. And as long as you back that up with the right actions behind it, you attract more of that into your life. So if you focus on your health and your stability in life, you will have health and stability. If you focus on wealth and you put out in the world that you want wealth, and whatever that means to you, by the way, it could be financial wealth, it could be your body health coming into wealth, it could be your mindfulness, but ultimately I do believe in the law of attraction, and what you put out there in the world does come back to you umpteenfold. So linked in with this is number 4, surrounding yourself by the right people. Now, I always get the source of this quote wrong, so if I do get it wrong, let me know what it is in the comments and I'm sure I'll get it right next time. But you are the average of the 5 people you surround yourself with most. You are the average of the 5 people you surround yourself with most. I think the first time I read this was in Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich, an exceptional book. But ultimately what it means is if you surround yourself with a certain type of people, you will become the average of them. So let's just think about this logically, okay? If you're spending all of your time with wealthy individuals that focus on their mindset, maybe they're deca-millionaires, they think in a different way, they focus on their fitness, they focus on relationships, they focus on their mindfulness, isn't it logical that in some way that will impact you? If they're the 5 people you're spending most time with, is it likely you're probably going to attract more money into your life? Is it likely your body will start to represent what you want it to look like externally? Is it likely you might look into meditation, yoga and mindfulness moving forward and attract more of that into your life? Absolutely no doubt, no question in my mind whatsoever. Whereas if I spend my time with Knockoff Nigel down the pub 4 out of 7 nights a week, if you're Nigel and watching this, I apologize. But if you're with that Knockoff Nigel, getting drunk every night, bitching about everyone, sulking about everything, playing victim to the world, it's because of the government, it's this, it's that, it's this, it's that, and you're attracting that, in my opinion, negativity in your life, is it likely that you will start to become like that? Start bitching, start looking at other people. Why have they got this? Why don't I have that? Absolutely. And by the way, that's where you need to make a conscious decision, because ultimately with this law of attraction, your focus, your energy, results showing up, it all is down to you. You are in the driver's seat of your life. Nobody makes those decisions for you. And ultimately you get to choose if there are toxic and cancerous people in your life right now. It's down to you to make a conscious effort to either dampen down and reduce the amount of time you're spending with them, or eradicate them from taking up time in your life altogether. Number 5, and this is a big one, focus on your strengths. And it kind of goes back to the first point on focus on what you want to grow. A lot of people in the business world, and I strongly disagree with this, but I think it's applicable to life as well, is they say focus on your weaknesses, make your weaknesses into strengths. No, not really. Okay, I'd much rather be amazing. And I think I am, by the way. I think I'm really good at maybe 3 to 5 things, and frankly, utterly useless at the rest. Okay, now in business, what I'm useless at, I will naturally employ a team around me that are the opposites of me in their skill set, that they can add value to my life. Okay, that doesn't mean I won't try it out every now and then, but if I'm useless at it, why would I want to focus on what I'm bad at? Why wouldn't I focus on being exceptional at what I'm really great at today? And actually, I think having that mindset shift of focusing what you're great at makes you appreciate what an exceptional human being you are right now. So a lot of you watching this will be focusing on trying to get better at, oh, I'm not very good at this, I'm not very good at that. And that's okay if you're trying to develop yourself as a human being, but double down on what you're great at, because every single one of you watching this has a superpower within them. You do. Every single one of you has something you're great at. Why not double down on making that exceptional and surround yourself with people that can suit you around and develop up your weaknesses? And remember, is focusing on what you're great at and having a positive energy around that. Number 6 is focus on positivity. There's enough negative crap going on around us, by the way. And the way that I do this, and I'm going to share a bit of a morose story. I've shared this once or twice before, but I think it's really pertinent, is there are always positives to come from any situation. We live in a symbiotic relationship and universe right now. And what I mean by that is just because there is an action doesn't need to mean that there's a opposing reaction, okay? Just because something negative by somebody else's definition doesn't need to put that negativity on you. And an exercise that I'd really implore you to do is when something bad happens, let's say the national lockdown, I really implore you to sit down for half an hour, and if it takes you a couple of hours, that's okay, work at your own pace, and write down the statement that you think is negative and write down as many positive things that came from this, okay? Doesn't mean that you suddenly wanted it to happen. The first time I did this, I saw a counselor when I was younger. My dad unfortunately passed away when I was 13, almost 14, and I didn't handle it very well. My mindset was all over the place. As you can imagine, at any age, losing your dad is pretty hard. And this counselor said, I want you to write down 100 good things, positive things that have come from your dad passing away. Now, my initial thought of that is, I won't even say it on here. That's bad for me, isn't it? Like, twisted human being. Like, why would you think that way? And actually, she explained to me that you're not trying to say you're happy about it. You're not trying to justify that it's a good thing that it happened. But actually what she was trying to show me, and what I want to show you right now, is any situation that happens in your relationships, in your business, with your team, with the external economy, with what's happening, there's always a positive situation created from that. And all you need to do is really focus on that and spend some thinking time on that. And instead of just burying your head, spend some thinking time on it, focus on it, and often you'll come up with creative solutions on how you can grow even further in the worst time. And if you want proof of that, here's just a little fact to take away with you. There are more millionaires made in a recession than there ever has been in a boom. I'm going to say that again. There are more millionaires in the world that have been created through a recession rather than a boom. And that was simply because they focused on what problems are there here that I can apply a creative solution, and what positivity can I take from this clusterfuck and mess situation around us. So I'm going to go through number 7, the final one in the moment, but if you've got value from this video, I really would appreciate if you can hit the like button for the YouTube algorithm. And of course, if you want to see more videos like this, talking about mindset, abundance, growth, and mainly around investment and property investment, I'd be so grateful if you could hit the subscribe button, join the family, and enjoy the videos coming up. Now let's jump into number 7. Okay, number 7, I think this is really important, and I mentioned symbiotic relationships earlier, is understanding that the world is balanced. Okay, now what I mean by this is I think a lot of people go out there and whenever somebody's winning, they're looking for the person that loses. And this happens on the stock market quite a lot. If you do spread betting, you are often betting on the movement of a price. So a spread bet is when I bet on it going long, i.e. the price going up, or I bet on the price going short, which is when the price drops. And what happens in that relationship is as you make money, somebody else that went short is losing the money. So every pound that goes in your pocket minus some commissions goes out of their pocket minus some commissions, okay? So that's the way people seem to be programmed. And actually, what I often seek in relationships is a win-win, no matter how many parties there are. What I seem to take on board is we all want the same thing. So if there's a staff member that wants a pay rise, for example, that's great. I want them to earn money and I also want more value from them. So we both want the same thing. We both want the development of the individual and development of the pay. So how do we marry that together? If there's an investor that's looking to joint venture with me, they are looking to make more money with as little effort as possible, whilst I'm looking to build my portfolio. That is a balanced and symbiotic relationship. And the reason I really want to focus on this is if you're focused on somebody losing, what you're really doing is trying to focus on how you cannot lose. Because let's face it, if you know in your head at least, that there is going to be a loser in this transaction. Let's face it, basic human instinct means that you're going to focus on you not being the loser in that transaction. And so try to flip that around. Understand that there are winners and winners in every transaction. And so what I'm trying to do is, instead of focusing on me, I try to focus on the other person. And I have what we have as our core values here is a value first mentality. So what I'm looking to do is going, right, in this transaction, how can I give and add as much value to that other person? And I genuinely believe in another law of the universe, the law of reciprocity, in that if I give as much to that person as possible, they in turn will show loyalty and value to me, creating a win-win solution. And I want to leave you with this final line. Remember that in order to be the biggest skyscraper in your town, there's two ways of doing that. You can build a moderate and modest empire, and you can spend the rest of your time knocking down everyone else's building, leaving yours being the only and therefore the biggest in the town. Or you can focus on collaborations, building up and being the biggest and best skyscraper in town. Ultimately, that's what you need to do with your mindset. Focus your energy not on putting other people down and focusing on other people's energy, but focusing on how you can build yourself up, be the best version of yourself. And ultimately, when you are the best you, you attract the best them. When you are the best you, you are the best partner, the best father, the best mother, the best friend, the best son. Everything you can be is centered around you, your peace of mind, and your growth. So focus on your abundance. Go back and watch this video a few times over. Make sure to hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and of course, let me know what you're going to do from today. Don't wait until tomorrow. In the comments, let me know what you're going to do to attract abundance in your life. I hope you've enjoyed that, and I really hope to see you in the next video.